just sharing my own thoughts with His Excellency. In those eras when I was in school, even the people-to-people exchange was so positive that we have very fond memories of studying so much about Soviet Union. With regard to bilateral trade, despite best efforts, the potential could not be accomplished, perhaps because of locational disadvantages and connectivity challenges. Growth in bilateral trade therefore remained relatively stunted between uh, uh, about US 7 to 10 billion dollars from 2010 to 2018, while it grew with others. In 2016, as a trade partner, India stood at the 17th position in Russia's list, while Russia stood at 26th in India's. A report of the India Russia Joint Study Group noted that in 2005-6, India constituted a mere 1.1% of the total Russian trade on an average. A decade since then, that figure still stood at 1.2%, while the corresponding figure for Russia was also about 1%. In terms of value, our exports to Russia increased from 2.26 billion USD in 2015 to 3.92 billion in 2019 and then declined to 2.88 billion in 2022. Imports from Russia, however, increased dramatically to 40.4 billion in 2022, of which crude oil accounted for 24 billion, coal briquettes were 4.28 billion, and refined petroleum was worth 4.05 billion. Fossil fuels thus accounted for nearly 33 billion USD in spite of international sanctions. India's imports from Russia were around 62 billion in 2023. However, traditional trade has not grown to that extent. Your Excellency, we are not discouraged on account of the imbalance in bilateral trade, since in recent times, a number of new initiatives have been undertaken by Russia and India jointly to improve policy related issues and logistics. The Authorized Economic Operator AEO Mutual Recognition Agreement and the first Bilateral Investment Forum in 2024 have streamlined to a large extent trade and investment opportunities. Furthermore, growing cooperation in sectors like energy, agriculture, and pharmaceuticals, along with investments in Russia Far East, is anticipated to diversify trade and promote economic ties. Enhanced connectivity initiatives, including the International North South Transport Corridor, the Chennai Vladivostok Maritime Corridor, and the Northern Maritime Route, are expected to further facilitate faster and cost effective trade. We were talking about this a short while back. Your Excellency, we are therefore eager to learn from you more about the expectations of the government of Russia in the context of these new perspectives. We strongly feel that a dedicated network should be available within the policy framework to facilitate business for the MSMEs in both countries. There is a need to establish small scale financial institutions to process trade in non sanctioned currencies and expand the use of the Vostro account mechanism. These measures can ease financial transactions and reduce reliance on dollar denominated trade. I am delighted to inform Your Excellency that, synchronizing with the Government of India's policy of indigenization of defense production over the last few years, our chamber has taken several initiatives to facilitate defense production. At our premises, we have established the Defense Sector Facilitation Center to provide hand-holding support to the MSMEs in defense production. Besides appreciating our services, the Department of Defense Production, Government of India has requested our chamber to conduct outreach programs on opportunities for defense production for the MSMEs in various cities and towns in India, particularly in the East, in partnership with the department. We are like a facilitator of the Department of Defense Production in this part of our country. Considering that Russia has hugely met India's defense requirements, I wish to inform Your Excellency that our chamber is interested to facilitate bilateral trade with Russia in this space. We can help the OEMs in Russia to look for partnerships for manufacturing components and equipment. We look forward to your views in this regard. In this morning's newspaper, I read about immense interest of Russian companies in the field of railways to expand their own railway network, and their interest in tying up with Indian companies to outsource components and various other things for their own railway network. Uh, Your Excellency, Eastern India, particularly Kolkata, as you know, is a hub of railway ecosystem, railway manufacturing ecosystem, be it wagons, components, whatever you can think of in railways. In that context, it will be useful if there's somehow we can organize something for the Russian businessmen, and we can network, and we'll have our respective offices talk to each other to be able to make use of this interest of Russian companies in tying up with Indian companies in the field of railways. Further, our chamber is interested in strengthening cultural and educational exchanges and promoting tourism between the two countries as well, which can act as a soft bridge, leveraging business connections. With these words, I wish to conclude and look forward to listening from you about the current and trade and investment opportunities between Russia and India. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much for inviting me to this Chamber of Commerce, and I'm happy to be here. I'm going to share my views on trade and economic cooperation prospects and opportunities. I'm not going to talk about political cooperation. It's another story, and also about the military and military technical cooperation, and about the cooperation between Russia and India in the sphere of national security, with national security advisors of officers, and interparliamentary cooperation. We have vast cooperation in different spheres. So my subject is only trade and economic cooperation. So I'm not going to touch upon those spheres, but they are also pillars of our strategic, special privileged strategic partnership. So first of all, I would like to say that relations between Russia and India are historically friendly. Currently, we have this status of special privileged strategic partnership, which involves close dialogues and coordination in a wide range of international issues on which our positions are traditionally close or coincide. Despite global challenges, our ties have remained steadfast, built on principle of mutual respect, trust, and shared interests. Russia sees India as a global power, an indispensable player in an emerging multipolar international system. Russian-Indian relations are not overshadowed by mutual fears, distrust, and suspicion, a common attribute in most great power relations. History demonstrates that our relations is natural and enduring, not shaped by temporary circumstances. It has always aimed to benefit both nations without targeting others. So trade and economic relations between Russia and India are developing rapidly. Over the past 5 years, trade volume has increased more than fivefold, reaching 66 billion US dollars this year, a 9% rise in just the first 8 months. So this figure was announced by External Affairs Minister Dr. Jay Shankar during the sitting of the Intergovernmental Commission of Trade and Economic Relations between Russia and India in Delhi, which concluded its work this month, just a few weeks back. So it makes the goal of 100 billion by 2030 highly achievable. So I would like to mention that, this target of 100 billion US dollars by 2030 was set by our leaders during the July summit in Moscow, during the visit of your Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Moscow. So 30 billion by 2030. So it's highly achievable. So we just expect that it will reach 100 billion just much earlier. Importantly, this growth reflects efforts to diversify trade and address imbalances. The ongoing work of Economic Cooperation Development Program until 2030, initiated during the annual summit, outlines our roadmap for expanding trade into new products and sectors. So the program, we call it Program 2030. So it's Economical Program 2030. Now it's being developed. So it will be a roadmap for expanding trade. So we see immense potential for further collaborating across sectors such as railways, energy, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, metallurgy, IT, and mining. And additionally, areas like shipbuilding, aviation, textile, agriculture, machinery, and advanced technologies, artificial intelligence, fintech, smart cities, and cybersecurity offer great scope for growth. A focus on innovation and technology-driven projects will be critical to enhancing economic ties. So despite external economic pressure, Russia-India business relations are strengthening, demonstrating mutual readiness for deeper cooperation. Beyond quantitative growth, diversifying trade structure and increasing the share of high-tech products remain key goals. Both countries share a commitment to technological advancement through initiatives like Russia's focus on technological sovereignty and India's Make in India program. These efforts aim to accelerate innovation, remove infrastructure constraints, and foster production growth. And it is time to move beyond the perception of Russia as merely a supplier of raw materials. We aim to foster joint projects in high-tech areas and are ready to share cutting-edge technologies with Indian partners. This approach ensures true, full-fledged collaboration in innovation. A recent success story in the very fact that business cooperates in various levels. Russian businesses are diversifying their presence in India with state conglomerates, with state giants, making way for medium tech and digital enterprises. Indian market trends are attracting significant interest from Russian companies, particularly consumer-focused firms. Simultaneously, Indian businesses are exploring opportunities in Russia's evolving market conditions. Contrary to predictions of economic difficulties, Russia has demonstrated high level of political, social, and economic resilience, avoiding hyperinflation and recession while maintaining stability. Natural resources remain pivotal to boosting bilateral trade, supporting India's economic growth and green transition. Strong partnership in natural gas and nuclear power are expanding to include crucial materials like nickel, copper, cobalt, and lithium, essential for environmentally friendly industrial and transport systems. Joint investments in these resources will benefit both nations. Successful digitization in both countries is fostering faster business collaboration. India's achievement in digital transformation and its thriving startup ecosystem and are well recognized in Russia. Russian tech companies, startups, and venture capital firms are increasingly active in India, especially in sectors like EdTech, where Russian expertise in STEM disciplines, means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, aligns with India's educational needs. Production digitization is likely to grow rapidly in the near future. There are some good examples of serving the needs of India's industry with Russian digital solutions, famous for their advanced algorithmic foundations too. Machine learning, big data, and digital marketing are promising areas as well. Smart navigation and logistics, unmanned aircraft system, urban infrastructure, utilities, and cybersecurity are just some of areas for possible joint work in tech and IT in the future. When promoting this digital solution, Russia emphasized the importance of the technological sovereignty that will be essential for countries like Russia and India in the world of tomorrow. Infrastructure offers immense potential for collaboration. Projects in smart grids, distributed energy system, gas transportation infrastructure, and railway modernization are especially promising. For instance, in March 2023, Russian-Indian consortium won 1.7 billion tender to produce and maintain 120 Vande Bharat Express trains under the Make in India initiative. This project includes localization, personal training, and post-production servicing, marking a significant milestone in bilateral cooperation. Joint efforts in shipbuilding and port infrastructure also present opportunities for mutual benefits. India and Russia have several successful joint ventures in the oil and gas sector. Companies like ONGC Videsh and Oil India have partnered with Russian firms like Rosneft, Gazprom to explore and produce oil and gas in both countries. Technology remains a cornerstone of India-Russia cooperation, particularly in the nuclear energy sector. The Kudam-Kulam nuclear power plant is a flagship project and has brought together numerous Indian and Russian companies spanning industries from machinery to construction. This collaboration has led to intense bilateral engagement and opened the door for future projects. Russia is negotiating additional nuclear power plants projects in India and working together on the Rupur NPP project in Bangladesh. And both nations are also exploring joint NPP projects in Asia and Africa with a higher share of Indian manufacturing and services. India and Russia are actively exploring ways to integrate digital technology into energy industry, using tools like the Internet of Things, data analytics, and automation. Joint efforts aim to optimize energy production, delivery, and consumption. This collaboration has the potential to improve efficiency and reduce cost in industries like oil and gas, manufacturing, and power generation. The space sector is another area of cooperation between Russia and India. In 90s, Russia supplied cryogenic systems for India launch vehicles. Since 2010, Russia expertise has supported preparations for Indian coming human spaceflight missions. We also share a strong relationship in pharmaceutical and medical equipment production. Indian companies like Dr. Reddy's have a significant presence in the Russian market, supplying generic medicine and pharmaceutical ingredients to meet healthcare demands. Collaborative research between Indian and Russian firms has led to innovative drugs, vaccine development, and advancement in medical diagnostic. Joint efforts in biotechnology research have further contributed to breakthrough in medication discovery and biomedical solutions. While Russian IT companies like Kaspersky and AbbVie have been present in India for decades, closer collaboration has emerged in recent years. For instance, RT Invest Transport Systems partnered with the National Highway Authority of India on GLONASS-based road tracking system and toll payment solution through their joint venture Bharat Telematic Systems. In 2018, both nations agreed to collaborate on smart city initiatives with Russia firms like Rostec and Entech Lab, known for facial recognition solutions, working on related projects. India's smart cities mission and Russia's urban planning expertise have paved the way for joint initiatives aimed at sustainable urban development. Both nations are collaborating on smart sensors, wearable devices, wireless communications, and data analytics to enhance urban living. These efforts could revolutionize sectors like healthcare, agriculture, transportation, and environmental monitoring by pooling research and technical capabilities. Russia's Sberbank established an IT unit in Bangalore, marking a significant step forward in bilateral IT cooperation. Organizations like Russoft and Skolkovo have expressed interest in partnership with Indian institution on AI, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and commercial tech solution. India and Russia are actively discussing collaboration in artificial intelligence and robotics. In 2020, the Russian Direct Investment Fund partnered with Infosys to explore AI-driven solutions for healthcare, agriculture, and finance. We are also working together on environmental initiatives, including bioremediation, wastewater treatment, and soil decontamination. Joint research projects aim to develop sustainable solutions to minimize environmental degradation and promote ecological balance. These efforts reflect a shared commitment to addressing global environmental challenges. So we are eager to broaden trade opportunities in non-energy sectors such as the blue economy, tourism, advanced technology, fintech, digital public infrastructure, shipping, space, and industrial raw materials. This diversification will strengthen our relations, making them more resilient to potential shocks in energy sector. Additionally, we can collaborate on emerging industries such as renewable energy and robotics to drive jobs creation, enhance competitiveness, and maintain global relevance. For instance, this partnership could focus on developing and deploying robots across various sectors, including manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. Furthermore, there's significant potential for collaboration on projects that facilitate the export of skilled manpower from India, creating employment opportunities for highly skilled individuals. To this end, we have agreed to continue discussions on the migration and mobility partnership agreement between the governments of our countries. India and Russia should also explore opportunities in advanced technology trade that is independent, sustainable, and non-aligned with external influence. Sectors such as microelectronics and aerospace present numerous possibilities for partnership. Another promising area is digital public infrastructure, where collaboration on platforms like e-government system and digital identity frameworks can be mutually beneficial. Creating predictable, comfortable, and secure conditions for mutual investment between Russia and India business is crucial. This includes implementing the bilateral agreement on investment promotion and protection. As we know, the agreement on protection of mutual investments, they lapsed in 2018, I think, and now we start negotiating this agreement anew. So this includes implementing the bilateral agreements on the collaborative efforts in third countries, particularly in Africa, Asia, and Eurasia. India's ambitious plans, including Make in India, Make for India, Make for the World, and Atmanirbhar Bharat, offer a strong impetus for Russian investment. Russian companies are increasingly recognizing the benefits of localization, production, and export initiatives, and India's exceptional human capital. The evolving strategy of build in India, sell in India, in Russia, and globally exemplifies this growing synergy. Special economic zones and their associated benefits are being actively evaluated by both nations and are expected to play a key role in upcoming agreements. Promoting the effective use of special economic regimes in Russia and India is essential to this effect. Joint ventures and investment between Russian and Indian business can significantly strengthen economic ties and open new avenues. For instance, companies from both nations could co-develop innovative products and expand into untapped markets. Governments on both sides are fostering these initiatives through tax initiatives and platforms such as Russia's cluster investment platform. This platform offers soft loans for priority product development, subsidies for pilot goods, and income tax and insurance premium benefits. These measures aim to address trade imbalances and facilitate expertise exchange in emerging technologies. Indian export to Russia can grow in traditional areas like food and agricultural products for vehicle parts, and diversify into new areas, including advanced industrial equipment, mining and oil processing technologies, food processing, medical equipment, printing machinery, automobile and aviation components, electronics, and textiles. So we have successfully resolved many logistical and payment challenges. So the shift to national currencies for nearly 90% of transactions is done in national in rupees and rubles, has become a stable trend. Our governments are committed to establishing bilateral and regional financial mechanism independent of Western infrastructure and unilateral sanctions. The use of special rupee Vostro accounts has proven effective in the short term. Achieving better trade balance through national currency settlements remains a priority. These efforts include integrating financial messaging systems such as RuPay and Mir and UPI and the FPC, which is a fast payment service in Russia. To further enhance trade and investment cooperation, we have initiated comprehensive negotiation between Russia and India and the Eurasian Economic Union for the Free Trade Agreement, FTA, which will facilitate market access and remove trade barriers. So after signing this agreement, India will get access not only to the Russian market, but also to the market of Kazakhstan, the very big economic power, Armenia, Belarus, and Kyrgyzstan as well. So this the negotiation between the Eurasian Economic Union and India is going on. We also anticipate finalizing an updated investment protection agreement soon, which I was told before, and program for cooperation in Russia Far East 2024-29 signed during the annual summit this July promotes connectivity and other related activities. Additionally, program for economic cooperation until 2030, which is also mentioned, is provides a framework for further collaboration. So a notable milestone include the signing of a bilateral customs agreement in this May on authorized economic operators, which has significantly eased trade processes. So the first ever bilateral investment forum held in Moscow this April marks another key development. Negotiations on the bilateral investment treaty are also being expedited. In the current economic situation, the development of secure and sustainable transport and logistic routes is of paramount task. So addressing connectivity challenges is essential for bolstering bilateral trade. One major project underway is the International North-South Transport Corridor. This priority initiative has the potential to revolutionize logistic, bridging infrastructure gaps and interconnecting the large parts of the Eurasian space. The other day, there were two good news. So notably, first that yesterday, 2 days back, President of Russia signed an executive order on a special representative for the development of North-South Transport Corridor and appointed on this post ex-Deputy Prime Minister and ex-Transport Minister Vitaly Savelyev to facilitate bringing it into the full service. And the second, which I read, I think yesterday, it was announced that the first container carrying 20 tons of bananas from India arrived at the Russian port of Makhachkala via this international North-South Transport Corridor. So this is marking a significant milestone in trade relations and connectivity. In addition to INSTC, the Eastern Maritime Route, Chennai-Vladivostok, is now operational, cutting transit times between India and Russia by half. So Union Minister Mr. Sonowal announced on November 19 that container ships carrying crude oil, metals, and textiles are now reaching Indian ports through this corridor. Compared to the traditional Mumbai-St. Petersburg route, which takes 35-40 days, now this route reduced the travel time to 12 days and unlocking faster and more efficient trade opportunities. Another promising route is the Northern Maritime Corridor, which will facilitate the shipment of natural resources, particularly oil and gas, from Russia's Arctic regions to India. So these efforts are well structured and supported by the Intergovernmental Commission on Trade, Economic, Scientific, and Technical and Cultural Cooperation, co-chaired by First Deputy Prime Minister of Russia, Mr. Denis Manturov, and India's External Affairs Minister, Dr. Jaishankar. So the outcome of the 25th session of this commission, which just finished its work 2 weeks back, reflect their commitment to advancing these initiatives, which will be carried forward by the relevant agencies. So while much has been achieved, there remains immense potential to further diversify our economic ties, leveraging the unique complementarity of our economies. We have no doubts that we shall definitely succeed. Regular contacts and personal chemistry between leaders of our countries, senior officials, as well as traditional mutual affinity between our nations are important preconditions to keep solidifying the trade economic cooperation as the strongest pillar of the bilateral special and privileged strategic partnership. The purchasing capacity of the Russian market remains vast, especially with the withdrawal of Western brands from Russian markets. This situation presents a unique opportunity for Indian businessmen to capitalize on the current momentum and establish a strong presence in Russia. So we invite Indian companies to collaborate with Russian partners and assured of our government's commitment to creating the most favorable conditions for their endeavors. Here in India, we have a wide network of government and non-government establishments that provide all necessary assistance. So I can mention Trade Commission of Russia, Russian Trade is in Delhi, Russian Export Center, Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Russia, Russian Business Center, which was opened 2 weeks back, leading financial institution like Sberbank and VTB Bank, which have offices in Delhi and Mumbai. Before concluding, just some insight for Indian companies on how to go about entering the Russian markets. So it's relatively easy to enter. So a suitable business partner might be a company or an industry organization or an entrepreneur. You can use business association events for exporters and importers and the services of big companies to help you identify the right partner for you. You can start by doing business through an industry association that will help with business network and legal support and finding contacts. Suppliers will also be in contact with this association, and the associations are then able to verify them. And it is important, it's very important to participate in business events like exhibitions and forums. Specialized events are a popular tool for finding partners. Firstly, they bring all most promising partners together in one place. Secondly, they provide an opportunity to test product samples and get catalogs and leaflets for further detailed review. Thirdly, they allow to establish direct personal contacts with the right people, which makes communication much easier than searching for contacts on the internet and sending cold emails. So once personal contacts is made, so it is easier to agree on terms of cooperation and which are favorable for both parties. So major events like St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, Russia ISG Forum, Eastern Economic Forum in Vladivostok, and the India-Russia Investment Forum provide excellent platform. Also, Indian-Russian Business Forum was held this November in Mumbai. Entrepreneurs can also benefit from seminars and market insight provided by institutions such as Russian Direct Investment Fund, Invest in Russia, the Russian Export Center, even not physically, but also via video conferencing. There's lots of seminars going on. And additionally, Russia's big tech companies also provide support to international players who want to enter our market. Also, Sberbank, I can also highly recommend Sberbank and other host their own events. And also Sberbank, they have very beautiful website, Sberbank Co-in, the Sberbank branch, Indian branch so they have a special page for queries, so you can also ask them about business opportunity in Russia, and also can check your partner, because there's the biggest bank in Russia, and also I think most of Russian companies, those who sell abroad, who do business, they have their accounts with Sberbank. So thank you so much. So I'm just ready to answer the questions, but I'd like to point out that unfortunately we don't have such business representative officer for Russian Trade Mission and other government and non-government structures, which are mostly present in New Delhi and Mumbai as financial capital of India. But anyway, you can anytime you can visit our office, although it's small office of consulate in we stay in Raja Santosh Road. So, and also can write to us. So I'm just can assure you that we will not be able just to help you with finding your partner, but we will be able to channel your to forward your message, to channel your queries to Russia representative office in New Delhi, and also just help you in some way with visa. I also can mention that talking about visiting Russia and participating in an exhibition. So now we have e-visa facility. No need to come to consulate or to any visa office to fill up those paper forms, to put your photographs and so on. So now there's the e-visa facility. It's only 4 working days. So you need only internet set on before your computer. Just fill up the forms, and within 4 working days you can get visa for two weeks. So it's quite easy now. And we have also direct flights from Moscow and Ekaterinburg to New Delhi and Goa. But just recently, just during the sitting of Russia-Indian Intergovernmental Commission, our co-chairman, Mr. Mantruk, he said that we are going to expand the air traffic and also invite Indian companies also to start their operation to Russia. And anytime, so we come to my office, so we'll be happy to help you within our capacity. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for wonderful, comprehensive coverage of the current status of business tie-ups that are there across various sectors between Russia, Russian companies, and India, Indian companies. And you also very well covered future opportunities as well as way to go ahead doing business in Russia. I'm sure some of the guiding points that you have given would be very helpful for our members and will increase their confidence in moving for business into Russia. On this note, I must also highlight to you that our chamber had signed a memorandum of understanding. Now you have mentioned about tie-ups that can be done with associations and all. So in that context, I must say that Bharat Chamber of Commerce has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Moscow Chamber of Commerce, and the signatory is sitting right in front, former president of Bharat Chamber, Sitaram Sharma. So this was done in 2018, and this could perhaps be taken forward now. And before I open up the floor for question answers, I must inform all the participants here that you will be surprised to know His Excellency is a veteran of Kolkata. This is not only his third time, he actually speaks Bengali fluently. He can converse in Bengali. So that would be, and the amount of knowledge and information that he's enriched about India and Bengal and Kolkata was mind-boggling. Actually, those 5-10 minutes that we spent before coming to this hall, it was mind-boggling. So I think he will be very forthcoming to answer all your questions. Please shoot off.
So you can ask a question in English or যদি বাংলা জিজ্ঞেস করতে চাই তাই বাংলা বলতে পারেন যে মানে চেষ্টা করবো কারণ মানে হিন্দি দিয়েও থোড়া সা হিন্দিও চলে
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. So I'm a student, so my question is not about economic trade, but I was wondering if Russia would ever consider education to be an investment. I have just noticed that the United Kingdom and the United States have been recently kind of importing a lot of international Indian students as part of their kind of higher education.
Yes.
And yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yes. Because we have a special program with India, Russia. With the Russian government providing a scholarship for Indian students. So because it's I don't know, it's a good education. Actually, medical science. So it's much cheaper to study. It's economically, I don't know, feasible to study in Russia than in Britain or United States. So there's lots of students from India to study medical science in Moscow, in Lenin, in St. Petersburg, in other cities also, and also some mathematics. That computing. There's lots of institution, and every year we have not the festival, but we call it the Education Mart, Russian Education Mart. The representative from Russian universities, like vice chancellors and rectors, they come to India. So in Delhi and Kolkata, in Russian Culture Center, where we have presence in Kolkata, in Chennai, in Mumbai, in New Delhi. So and in Russian Culture Center, they have like study in Russia education desk. So there's a database, and any student, those who want to apply for scholarship to study, just within the framework of the government provided scholarship, or you can also find some opportunity to study just on your payment basis. So this framework is there. So it's also like kind of business. And also some students from Russia also study. I know that in private universities in Delhi, don't know about Calcutta, but also there's some students who studied a special subject, like language, literature, dance, also some songs and so on. That's special Indology or Indian philosophy. So there's also lots of potential and prospects in this field also as well. So I think that there's no exception. I think it's everything in every sector. So you just can find opportunities to develop them and to have a cooperation. So, but so you only need to show your initiative, so you can do yourself, because we cannot provide. So if you approach the Russian that the government structure or non-government structure, so they cannot provide you with turnkey solution. So you should not expect that you once you come to the Russian trade mission or just some organization that they will give you, okay, this is draft of your contract, so you just signed and deal is done. So you have to do it yourself, business network and so on. So they can only provide you with contacts, but actually the main thing is your initiative, your eagerness to do. So just thank you.
Yes,
Your Excellency, good evening. We just got to know that you know Bengali so well. So হার্দিক স্বাগত জানাই আপনাকে। আমার questions হচ্ছে, you have already touched upon point like AI in healthcare. I just want to know a little in detail about that there are a lot of NGOs who are involved with healthcare in West Bengal. How to keep them under this umbrella actually so that they can leverage this technology? Thanks.
So we're talking about healthcare. Just you're asking about it, how to keep them under the umbrella of these programs, so they can also approach our office, so they can challenge their, if they have some proposals. So I think that's the best way to come to us, so we can negotiate it, or just if they can directly approach, as I said, the Russian trade mission and Russian different structures like business chamber of commerce and other structures, so they can find some partners, or just but anyway, so they can just form, they can just put their ideas on paper, or just structuralize is somehow, just not to talk it like hypothetically, but something should be some proposals, because I'm not specialist on that, so I cannot dwell. But anyway, if there's some put it on the list, because if it is well structured, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's easy to deal, not just মানে যদি না বলতে কিছু হবে না, মানে একটু করে ভালো করে 1, 2, 3, 4 পয়েন্ট করে ভালো করে লিখলে বোঝা যাবে, আর কি করতে হয় বোঝা যাবে ভালো করে।
Thank you very much, Consul General. Welcome to Kolkata, or rather welcome back to Kolkata.
Hi, you're audible. Just
I just want to carry on from the question of my young student friend. What is the status of mutual recognition of educational and professional qualifications between us?
Yes, there was a draft. I think the negotiation is still going on. There was some. I think everything was already negotiated. The one point was recognition of medical degrees, as I remember. But still now it's there's still negotiations going on, just to finally make it final.
If I may add a little bit of information, apparently our medical council is willing to recognize as qualified medical practitioners those students whom you have already licensed to practice in Russia.
Oh,
So a medical student, if he continues as a resident and so on and gets a practitioner's license in Russia, can also then come and practice in India. So you might need to extend the program sufficiently for them to be able to do that, because we have a huge need of doctors, and Russia is one of our best sources for training. But right now, when they come back, they have to appear in another test in which only 5% qualify. So this is another way out that can be looked into. Thank you.
thank you.
You will say anything else, or- Okay, so, so before you speak, just I would like to also respond a few of the sector opportunities that you have mentioned, Ambassador. So we did discuss about in my address, for example, defense and railways, for instance. But a couple of things that you spoke about, engineering goods, particularly mining equipments and mining related other sectors. There are quite a few sectors for which Kolkata is a hub. So, whatever, whenever your office also gets an opportunity through the embassy in Russia, in Delhi, perhaps, or the relevant department over there, if there is any opportunity that we can engage the businessmen of two sides, it will be wonderful. That's what I thought I'll make a point here. Yes, please. Yeah.
স্যার একটা কোশ্চেন আছে আপনার জন্য, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা ভারতের সাথে রাশিয়ার বাইল্যাটারাল যে সমস্ত ইকোনমিক প্রসেস গুলো আছে আপনি ব্যাখ্যা করলেন, বাট যেখানে আপনি কলকাতার মানে এম্বাসিতে আছেন, ঠিক সেইখানে দাঁড়িয়ে ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল সম্বন্ধে আপনার ইনভেস্টমেন্ট বা ট্রেড বা আপনাদের ইকোনমিক যে প্রসপেক্ট, সেই ব্যাপারটা আপনাদের কিছু ভাবনা আছে?
না অবশ্যই মানে কারণ পশ্চিমবঙ্গ একটা ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল হাব, একটা শিল্পের হাব, শিল্পের কেন্দ্র, এবং অবশ্যই মানে আমাদের সম্পর্ক এই ক্ষেত্রে আন্তর্জাতিক সম্পর্ক এবং বাণিজ্যিক সম্পর্ক অবশ্যই বিকাশ করতে হয়। আনফর্চুনেটলি দুঃখের বিষয় যে মানে সোভিয়েত আমলে মানে সোভিয়েত ইউনিয়নের সময়ে যেখানে বিরাট কোলাবোরেশন, বিরাট সহযোগিতার সময় রাশিয়া সহযোগিতা করেছে। দুর্গাপুর স্টিল প্লান্ট, তারপর আসানসোল, বিভিন্ন জায়গায় অনেক কিছু ছিল। তারপর রাশিয়ান ট্রেড মিশন এখানে হেডকোয়ার্টার ছিল কলকাতায়। তারপর চা অকশন থেকে অনেক বাল্ক চা সোভিয়েত ইউনিয়ন ক্রয় করতো ওই সময় তো চলে গেল। এখন তো কি বলবো, মানে দেখতে হয় কি করতে হয়। বিভিন্ন ফোরাম, এখন যে বিজনেস ফোরাম হয়, যেমন বিশ্ব বাংলা বিজনেস বাণিজ্য সম্পর্কে, মানে পরের বছরে বোধহয় ফেব্রুয়ারি মাসে হবে। গত বছরে বোধহয় রাশিয়া থেকে কিছু বিজনেসম্যান এসেছিলেন, রাশিয়ান অ্যাম্বাসেডর এসেছিলেন এই বিজনেস ফোরামে। তারপর আমার যে যখন কেউ রাশিয়া থেকে আসে, কোনো ডেলিগেশন, মানে দিল্লিতে আসে, মুম্বাই আসে, দুঃখের বিষয় যে কলকাতায় আসে না। কিন্তু আমি চেষ্টা করবো, আমার যে মানে ক্যাপাসিটি যে আমার আছে, আমি চেষ্টা করবো ওই রাশিয়ান ডেলিগেশন এখানে নিয়ে আসতে আর কি, যেন এখানেও দেখতে পারি মানে যে মানে ভারত শুধু দিল্লি শুধু নয়, ভারত মুম্বাই শুধু নয়, ভারত কলকাতা এবং এই পূর্ব অঞ্চলে মানে আমার যে আমি চেষ্টা করব অবশ্যই।
So, Shri Sitaram Sharma, our president.
নমস্কার।
First of all, Excellency, welcome to our chamber. Maxim and we are very old friends. And so he's back to Kolkata. Excellent. We have a lot of expectations from you. Because you know that when this trade commission was opened in Kolkata, I was there as a guest. And when it was open, I used to joke with my friends that East India Company has come. Because those who have not gone to 7 Alipur Avenue, they should visit it, although it is no more trade commission. It's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. So we are very happy. Trade was booming, and we were expecting more and more trade between India and Soviet Union at that time, but more between Calcutta and the Soviet Union. But after that, there has been a decline. So first of all, your job maxim should be, please open a trade commission in Calcutta. This is very important. You must impress upon your government that, as you rightly said, it is not only the Bombay and Delhi, India.
Definitely, yes.
Calcutta is also a part of India. And at one time, we were having great trade with Russia. All these jute mill owners, they will be going to Russia, to the trade commission for all kind of business and trade. So this, I'll be very happy. One, please encourage the trade people, business people from Russian Federation to visit Calcutta.
So I should bring the Russian Trade Commissioner from
Yeah.
Delhi to Calcutta.
Absolutely. This is the
Mr.
first thing.
Ribas, yes.
Yeah, this is the first thing. So we can
Yes,
impress upon
first-
him that
yes,
there is
first,
a need
yes.
to have a trade commission in
Yes,
Kolkata
yes, yes.
also. That's why when I visited Russian, Soviet, not the Soviet Union, there's a habit of like calling Soviet Union, the Russian Federation. I saw to it that I meet the Moscow Chamber of Commerce and I signed an MOU with them. So I'll request my chamber also to please invite the delegation from the Moscow Chamber of Commerce so that they can come with some delegation here and we can have meetings with them. So Maxim, please take care of Kolkata. That is your responsibility and we'll be very happy if you can just, and on behalf of the chamber, I offer, not I, rather our chamber, offer all cooperation, all support to you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And also, I just before coming here, I also check, the website of your embassy in Moscow. They have beautiful, this is one list of exhibitions scheduled to be held in Russia during period from October 24 onwards, 24, 25, with construction, engineering. They're just keeping the track on all that exhibition which is going to be held in Russia, like interior, it's all the dates, city and website. So you just their website also, you can check your embassy because they have a very strong economic wing there. So this is for you, but you can easily check it, because, so I think this is the main thing is participating in those events because you can just talk with the people and, just because, if you're good psychologist, you can easily understand whether it's your partner or it's not your partner and it's easier.
Anybody on this side of the table?
This side.
Yes.
Good evening, Your Excellency and Mr. Pasiccia. I'd say to have a really truly speech and cover all the things which is from Russia and for India. And I think Russian and India relation is a long time. Actually, my name is Jagdish Gulati. I'm from Indian Leather Product Association from Eastern region. We have a very big leather complex, which is the biggest in Asia. And we have more than 200 exporter and product who produce like a shoe, bag, wallet, all this. And we try to do a lot of business with Russia, but which were not success. And there is a lot of exhibition happen, but due to some lacking, people are not able to connect very well. Like we connect with the Europe market, Germany market, Europe and USA, UK. So what my excellency is the request, like we have a very big setup in a leather complex, which Mr. Pasiccia we explained. So we want like some kind of clarity about the Russian business, how we do with leather, because we are in a fashion line and a lot of all big brand like Armani, Coach, they all are producing here. So we want to open the market and do something. And also one more thing, we are planning to have next year, very big exhibition, more than 200 buyers and 300 exhibitor only for leather product, which is here in Calcutta. In Calcutta. And that is in a little bit tie-up with government, but still not finalized, that HITCO Convention Center. So I request that that kind of there, if we can get the part of a Russian delegation, Russian thing. And also I request to visit if possible, visit to this dedication to how do we proceed with export of a leather product or product for the Russian market, kind of exhibition or delegation. That's my request to that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just remember because we issued some visa for some Indian businessmen for leather international, some forum or some exhibition was in Moscow. I think two months back, maybe 2 months. There was some big one.
Sir, yeah.
You've been there?
No, I was not there. My colleague was there.
Okay, because there's some big. I just noted.
Yeah, please. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Interesting. Now,
Good afternoon, His Excellency. This side,
Oh yeah.
this side, this.
yes.
But
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes.
See, I am talking about very micro point of view.
Mhm.
I am representing Imeco overseas and I am looking after the corporate planning. The moment I have shared my position, I have discussed with Italian companies, German companies, all they came to our offices and we talked about, and we are doing EPC business in basically in the air pollution control equipments, material handlings. So we basically participate in government tenders. As you know, there are various criteria which need to meet. And I am looking for technology partner in across board. But the thing is that even I glanced through the websites, it is very difficult, to find the company in the Russian domain. And also mostly it is in the Russian.
Mhm.
So I do not understand Russian
Mhm.
and neither my people. That is also very difficult. I have written several mails to various companies and I have not been responded to.
Mhm.
So I would request, in case if you are willing to expand business and we talk about macro, we should look after the micro first. And that is why I propose you should have at least a desk in Calcutta to resolve these small issues so that we can mail across to them and they can at least give us some query or a light where we can, again contact to them.
Uh-huh.
And I am desperately looking for the people from the Russian technology. But sorry, for the last 1 month, I am just,
Uh-huh.
struggling for that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Can you write to us? Just put it on the paper.
Yes.
Your problem regarding
Yes.
this technology, this pollution, because now it's an issue, great issue with those,
Yes, yes.
pollution in Delhi, also in Calcutta.
Yes, and
So
we all across India, we have spanned, we are doing Vietnam business, we are doing Mexico business, but unfortunately, we are not in Russia.
Yes. Okay. Just write to us because we'll try to connect you with some
Yes, sir.
with at least with Delhi, and also you also try Sberbank. There's a huge
No,
Sberbank.
it is complete
Yes.
equipments. I am talking about complete engineering.
Yeah. But
And not
anyway, they
spare
can
parts.
find you a partner, because Sberbank, they have big database because Sberbank, it's not only that bank, they have the ecosystem, they have their IT units, they have artificial intelligence, many things,
Okay.
So they have a very beautiful website. You check it. It's sberbankco.in. So they have branch.
Is it possible to share my visiting card with you so that I can get
definitely.
something?
Yes. I know. You can
Yeah.
write to us. And also they have like a 1 page for query. So you can write your companies, you just ask them questions, what you need. So I think they have more than 2,000 employees in India working for them. So they can.
Okay, nothing hurriedly.
Anyway,
You
write
have
to us.
time.
Okay. It's
Yes.
because
If it is possible,
Yeah,
kindly
yeah,
help us.
definitely.
So that we can-
Right after this meeting, please share your visiting card with
Yes.
the vice consul and
Okay.
also share which are the websites that you try to visit and found difficulty and what
If
are
I
you
get a
looking
mail,
for?
I can write
No,
comprehensive
so you
mail
can-
to them.
You just
so
write,
that-
Yes,
write
right.
to
Yes.
us what
That-
technology
that'd be good.
this what
Yes, I will write everything.
Yes. So, but last
just
two,
to be on.
so last two queries, the points
Yeah,
that came and also the ambassador, I think our former president, Mr. Sharma, actually hit the nail. I think you need a big desk over here, a complete trade commissions thing over here. So because that shows that there is so much of requirement for that actually. So I'm sure you'll take it up with your government. One last question, please. Anybody? Or we can wind up. Okay, fine. So thank you very much. I would like now Mr. Rajkumar Agarwal, our Vice President, to offer vote of thanks. And just before that, I think they would have something, right? Sorry.
We have mementos for His Excellency. I would request Mr. Pachisia, Senior Vice President, to present the first memento to His Excellency, Mr. Maxim Koslov. Thank you, Your Excellency, for the wonderful address and for being with us today. I would also request, sir, to present the goddess Durga to Your Excellency. Thank you, sir. We have a memento for Madam Turina. I would request Mr. Pachisia to present the memento to Madam.
Yes. Now, can I request our Vice President, Mr. Rajkumar Agarwal, to give you a vote of thanks, please?
His Excellency, Mr. Kozlov, members of the Chamber, guests and friends. At the end of this special session on Indo-Russia trade and investment synergies, present and future perspectives, it is my most pleasant duty to propose a hearty vote of thanks to His Excellency Mr. Maxim Kozlov, Consul General of the Russian Federation in Kolkata. Thank you, Your Excellency, for sparing some of your valuable time to address the members of our chamber today. India and Russia had a long-standing and multifaceted partnership built on historical ties, mutual respect, and shared interests. Over the years, both nations have worked closely across key areas such as defense, energy, technology, trade, and scientific collaboration. Trade and business between India and Russia have grown steadily, with both countries exploring new avenues for economic cooperation, including in emerging sectors. As both nations continue to hold on to their shared values and mutual interests, I am confident that in the years to come, the partnership between Russia and India, West Bengal in particular, will further deepen, facilitating greater collaboration and unlocking new opportunities for mutual prosperity and development. Today's special session highlighted the emerging opportunities for sectoral collaborations between our members and their counterparts in Russia. I must thank the members of the committee and members of the chamber and guests for making it convenient to attend today's special session. I wish to also thank Ms. Ekaterina Turina, Vice Consul and Chief of Protocol, Consulate General of the Russian Federation in Kolkata, for her special support. I wish to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Janak Raj Bhatt, Acting Consul General of Nepal in Kolkata. May I also thank Mr. Namge Thingle, Trade Attaché, Royal Bhutanese Consulate in Kolkata, for his presence this morning. My thanks are also due to the representatives of the media for their presence at this session. With these words, I would request all of you to join me carrying a hearty vote of thanks to our Guest-in-Chief, His Excellency Mr. Maxim Kozlov, Consul General of the Russian Federation in Kolkata, with appreciative acclamation.